Okay, now I am going to discuss arrangement. This is basically a typical arrangement in techno, and when you're making music, you don't want to sound too typical. You want to sound unique and experiment, do new things. So you don't want to sound too typical. But just for this tutorial, I will show you, a few boring arrangements, and then when you're done with this tutorial, you want to make your own arrangements. Think outside the box and do something that's not expected. That's when the real magic happens of techno and trance. So you see here the dark blue is the vocal sample. The orange is the percussion. Light green and green are the drums, and blue is a kick drum with a few layers on it. And this pink here is like a techno stab. The red is the lead riff, and the light blue is the bass. Okay? So here we go. So pay attention to how it goes. Then after this, I'll show you another arrangement. But like I said, once you go outside the box and you don't just do the normal, don't just do the typical arrangements, that's when you start, get the listeners in the clubs and the more fans. So here we go. Okay, in that last arrangement, I showed you a arrangement where everything came in methodically, every 8 bars, kind of slow. So you didn't get to the main riff until like maybe bar 57. I mean, if that's what you want, that's great, but it may be kind of boring for some people. So this arrangement, everything comes in all at once. So take a look here and see what's going on. Okay, the last two arrangements I showed you were very, like I said, typical arrangements. And if people heard your tracks, they would know that you sound like a beginner, and you won't get much airplay, and people would turn to the next song. But what I'm about to show you now is something outside the box, something a little more funky, a little more rhythm. This will generate more attention to your tracks by doing something that builds excitement. Something more like this. So now you see what I mean. When you make your tracks more funkier by injecting rhythm into them, the whole track just comes alive when you add that rhythm into it. That's the whole magic of techno and trance, opposed to just a 4/4 beat and a few synths. You have to, make it different. Everybody has a 4/4 beat, but it's what you do between the beats what makes techno come alive. So by now, I'm sure you know what I mean, and so make sure you always inject some rhythm into your tracks. You can still use those same boring arrangements I told you about, but you want to add some life into them. So think outside the box next time and see what you can do different. See what you can do unexpected to do something where people won't least expect it. So have fun.